Welcome back to Fox 6 News, and another character from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer will be joining us, Injun Joe. Let's welcome him to the stage. How are you doing, sir?
Doing fine.
So, you play the villain in this story, I heard.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Just a minute, sir. I just take off my jacket.
Now let's begin with the question. Why did you kill Dr. Robinson?
Well, I killed Dr. Robertson because his father, when I was a child, owned his own restaurant, and Dr. Robertson decided and promised to give me food at night since I had no family. It was very hard for me to get food, and his father decided not to give me food one night. And I sent a valiant message to Dr. Robertson.
For younger viewers, could you please explain?
Well, back in these days, when we said something violent to somebody, we could go to jail for it. So I told him that I was going to get revenge on him, and that was considered violent. So now, I had to go to jail, and he has been living the life.
Did you plan out the kill, or did you just wing it?
I didn't really have a purpose of winging it or killing him by planning it, but Muff Potter stuck up for me, and Dr. Robertson was making a fool of me, so I decided to kill him.
Why did you blame it on Muff then if he was defending you?
Well, blame it on Muff because he's the town drunk and no one's going to believe him. And it was his knife that I stabbed him with, because when him and Dr. Robertson were fighting, he dropped it. So I picked it up and had to kill Dr. Robertson, unfortunately. And Muff Potter was knocked out at the time, so he could not tell that I did the crime.
Did you tell anyone about the murder? Friends, family?
No, I don't have any family, but I wouldn't tell any of my friends because I didn't want them telling the judge or the cops in my day and go back to jail because it was horrible.
Where did you run off to after the sentence in court?
After the sentence, when Tom Sawyer told the truth about me killing Dr. Robertson, I went to many places, but first I would check my money in my secret place, and I eventually just wound up at my room called in a tavern, and the room number is number 2. So I went back to my house and called Tavern 2.
Were you scared that someone might find you?
I was not scared at all because I switched my hiding spots and I didn't think anyone would be able to follow my tracks.
How long had you the treasure in the cave?
Well, I've been saving it up for about a year now, doing chores for other people, but I've put my treasure box in the cave for about a year and a half.
Why did you hide it there? Why not, like, in a bank or something, where no one could get it?
Well, because I didn't think that anyone would be able to think of the cave because it's a very dangerous spot, and not many people know their way around it, except for me, and it was a good way to keep my treasure safe.
How long were you in the cave before you died?
Well, after I got found, unfortunately, I was in the cave for 3 days with little supplies of food and water. I couldn't survive on it very long, so I had to eat bats, and they were very bad, awful, and drink the water from the ceiling.
What were your last thoughts before you died in the cave?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that I could get out and protect my money. And I could not get out because they put a big rock over the entrance, forcing me to stay in there.
Why didn't you just throw it into the water so no one could find it if you knew you were going to die?
My treasure?
Yeah.
Well, I was still in the cave, and so was my treasure. So I thought if I was in the cave, my treasure would be safe.
You thought maybe that you could get out?
Yes.
Did you wish that you hadn't killed Mr. Robertson and that everything would be back the way it was?
I wish I didn't kill him, because now that I realize it was his dad's fault more than his, and he has actually been paying me most of my money that I've been saving up, and also he's been a good friend, and he has been just a good person to me and been paying me in advance.
Okay, well, let's give a round of applause for Injun Joe, everybody. And we'd like to remind you that this broadcast was brought to you by Mountain Dew and Fox 6 News.